Let's see if this works. Okay, as I was saying before, since I've been going through relatively recently doing the duty missions. This character's leveled up a bit, so he's got a new ship. Now let's get back to setting up some more duty missions. Duty missions are great. They get you experience, they get you dilithium. The dilithium can get you the Zen. The Zen can get you the fun ships. As well as additional character slots, master keys to open up lockboxes, and a whole host of other spiffy things. But thankfully, unlike most free-to-play MMOs, you're not locked away from any of the high-end stuff in this version. Because they made it so the Tier 5 ships which you can get in the game can be upgraded to Tier 6. Plus, every once in a while, they do events like the summer event or the anniversary event, which does tiers. Yeah, I think I just got a bad server last time when I set it up last time. Execute Changeling Spy. Okay. See if there's anything in medical I can do. One thing in medical I can do. How about operations? I can do this mission in operations. Okay. Close. Now, as I was saying, let's go to the game. By the way, this is my new ship. It's a Katinga refit. I think it was first created for this game, but I can't exactly recall. Dorzana Station. Not sure where we should start, but intelligence shows that Belen is the Ferengi to talk to if you're looking for information. He's the bartender, so we should look for him in the lounge area. Question, Belen. Welcome to Dorzana Station, the home of the finest libations and pleasures this side of Rix. Care to hear about today's specials? I'm looking for someone. Aren't we all? Me, I want a leggy Vulcan with liberal attitudes towards interspecies relations. So you're looking for someone in particular or just some company? Her name is Zamara. Do you know her? Oh yeah, Zamara. Maybe I've seen her recently. Maybe I haven't. Maybe she hasn't. My memory's kinda hazy. Perhaps we could come to some sort of arrangement? Yeah, sure we can. In fact, I feel my memory clearing up already. Tell you what. I know you Empire types don't think much about throwing large sums of latinum around is honorable. But what you do have are skills and a willingness to get your hands dirty. That's what I need right now. Our replicators are on the fritz. Maybe it's the whole power system because the lights are going wonky too. A little blue mood lighting isn't a big problem for me as unfilled drink orders. Go to the cargo bay, get my replicators working. By the time you're done, I'm sure remember where I last saw Zamara. This dude's playing this for a sap. Well, he's a Ferengi. They're always trying to get the upper hand. That's kind of their whole deal in life. Replicator. Power must be rerouted through systems to relieve strain. Following systems are available for process: holosuites, gravity control replicators, environmental control, defense grid. Okay. Captain, the biggest problem you're going to have repairing anything on the station is the age of the system and general lack of maintenance. Durazna was built in the mid-23rd century, and many of the systems on the system haven't had a major update in more than a century. So you're dealing with an EPS system that just can't handle the strain of running modern equipment like replicators. I've done some digging through our database. I found a log written by a member of the House of Duras responsible for maintaining the station in the early 24th century. The log says you'll need to regulate the power flow by routing it through various subsystems. So it's almost like you're using those systems as an ancient circuit breaker. What do you suggest? First thing you do, try scanning some of the damaged systems and power couplings in the cargo bay. You should be able to learn more about how to realign them properly. Looks like someone uses outdated power coupling to connect the gravity control to the main power feed. It must have been an emergency fix. It's been here so long that the coupling is fused and cannot be removed. Gravity control can connect to the environmental control and the defense grid, but not to the replicators. Unused systems. When you find a snarl of wires and cables and look at like they have been clawed by voles, you realize not every system may need to be used to make a successful reroute. Systems may need more than one connection. Burnt out power couplings. EPS relays on the station are a maze of shunts and relays, with patches going between unrelated systems, and even power cells are being used to boost the flow in critical areas. 6 connections are required to stabilize the power grid. 'Cause the Ferengi don't really put a lot of money into repairing things. Valen found a way to keep the station's ancient bar coolers working by connecting the cooling system to the replicators. Unless the connection is maintained, all the refrigeration units will go offline. Replicators must have a connection to the environmental system. Damaged power coupling. There is a shunt that is slowly diverting energy from the station's power core to the hollow emitters installed in lower levels of the station. You may need to compensate for that energy drain and restore the replicator function. The connection must end, and the system to which you are attempting to restore power. Hello, Canine Tacos. The Klingons who ran the station in the early 24th century made significant improvements to the station's shields and added turret weapons, While it made the station more defensible, it also increased the amount of energy needed to keep the station's defense grid operational. Fourth connection must be the defense grid. The Federation version and the Klingon version aren't all that different. It's mainly just bits of scene dressing that's different. Ferengi operating Durazna Station made replicator function their top priority. The replicators are now tied to every available system, including life support. Start the connection with the replicators, and the connection will fail. Or the connection will fail. If I remember correctly, then it's the gravity controls. Then it's fence grid. Holosuites have a separate environmental system, so they can be finely tuned for temperature conditions and appropriate to various scenarios that are running at any given time. Environmental controls cannot connect to holosuites. And then replicators again. And they're online. Hey, I actually remembered the sequence of the puzzle this time. Yay! Welcome to Durazna Station, home of the finest libations and pleasures this side of bricks. Your replicators are working. They are, and I am exceedingly pleased with your generous offer to repair them for no compensation. I can't let you go away empty-handed, though. How about I give you a 15% discount on drinks and souvenirs for the amount of time to be determined by management? What do you mean? Like, come and play the game with me? I don't know if you can play the game with this character unless you have a Klingon character to play it with. I think that's the way the whole system works. We had a deal. Replicators for information about Zamara. Fine, a deal's a deal, right? Never let it be said I cheat a valued customer like yourself. Personally, I don't know why you're interested in her. She's a looker, but just try talking to her. She's more paranoid than an Obsidian Order agent in a room full of tall Shi'ar. Zamari usually hangs out near the Dabo tables. Keep an eye out for the looker wearing purple. You can't miss her. Be careful, they're watching. They who? Shh, keep your voice down. I'm being watched. I've seen too many familiar faces in the crowd. There are shadows, watchers in the dark. I see them out of the corner of my eye. They think I'm not looking. I'm always looking. And when the lights change, there they are. You weren't sent to help me. You were sent to watch me. Command needs me to keep feeding information to Klingon intelligence. People come here and they drink and they talk, and it's amazing bits of information you can pick up around the Dabo table. Everything, even the smallest detail, is important. Captain Gerard was here last week. He ordered blood wine, an entire bottle of 2309 vintage to be exact. That business with the House of Torg must have upset him more than we knew. When Gerard's happy, he's drinking Warnog. Tell me more about what happened with the House of Torg. If you do not know the story, then perhaps you should spend less time drinking, more time paying attention to the games between the great houses. Klingons fight more than one war, my friend. The battles among the houses will shape the Empire more than the battles against the Federation. But you seem to be pleasant, if naive. So I will tell you what happened. Torg was on the High Council. He made a play to destroy the House of Martok. He was partially successful. Maven, the son of Drex, is dead. Now the house has no heir, unless Drex takes on a new mate and fathers a new son. But Martok's widow is wise. Her son Drex is far away from the homeworld and fighting Starfleet, so she called for warriors to defend her house. They exposed Torg's treachery, and Jim Pock was forced to discommendate him. As to why Gerard is unhappy, Torg raised Gerard after his mother died. He is an outcast and his house has fallen. Gerard cannot speak to him without losing his house's honor. I cannot believe a warrior such as yourself does not know these things. Or are you trying to discover what stories people tell about your deeds? Find out who's watching me. I'm not safe here. Starfleet intelligence is looking for me. They know someone's been feeding intelligence to the Empire. The ghosts are watching. Their eyes are hungry. Yesterday they surrounded a drunken Nausicaa. Now he's dead. They will find me in the blue light when the blue line shines, and then I will disappear. I know what the ghosts are. How could you know that? You might think you know. You may even have readings on your tricorder that you think are right. But you don't know. How could you know? I'm here every day. They watch me. I watch them. I can take you someplace safe. No, they're everywhere. They're watching. You've been here too long. Someone will notice that we're together. Do something else. Play Dalbo. I'll contact you when I'm ready. When it's safe.
Spin the wheel and win.
We'll do and 100 and place bet.
Davo!
Was that a... Close enough. I couldn't wait for you to get lucky. We would have been here all night. Duran wants me to give you a message. She wants you to know if you're interested in finding out what's really going on here at Dorosna Station, you need to check out the lower levels. I have access code for you that will get you past the security doors. If you want to talk to her again, I suggest you collect your winnings and catch her before she leaves. Are you ready to talk now? You don't need to worry about me. I'm going to leave this place to the ghosts. They seem to belong here more than we do. Booked passage on a ship. You don't need to know which one. Just tell Kamen he'll keep getting his intel. One way or the other. Good luck, Gratz. You're gonna need it. Captain, there were Davidians in the Ditanu system. Now you found evidence of them again on the Dorosna system. Obviously, they're using the neutral zone as some sort of hunting ground. We cannot allow these creatures to feed on the warriors of the Empire. I've requested sensor data from ships closest to the comet's current location for analysis, but that is only half our problem. If the properties of the comet are somehow easing the Davidians' entry into this area of space, we need weapons capable of destroying them. Recommendations? The closest research lab is Ganalda Station. I recommend that we consult the teams there. But yeah, tacos. I do it every Sunday. Usually I'll play Star Trek Online. I either play Klingon, Federation, or Romulan characters I developed specifically for this stream. Though I don't know what I'm going to do with them once I reach the end of the story, because I don't really do the player versus player stuff much. Gotta love sector space. My Federation officers are, my main one is a Admiral who's level 59. My next one down is level 51 Engineer, so she's also an Admiral. Then a Commander or Lieutenant Commander. Yeah, a Commander who's level 27. And then I have a Federation officer for this stream who's level 17, so they're a Lieutenant Commander. Warp speed so I can make this turn more quickly. Alright, have fun, tacos. Okay, let's see how many points I have to spend right now. 4,000. Let's do... And then we have some to spend here. Okay. Impulse and... here. Dockville Station. Talk to Menbit. Ah. Let's talk to... Consult. Tell me about yourself. My mother was a servant who served the house of Degor before it fell. I have no idea who my father was. I don't really care. Since I am not of noble birth, I didn't give much of a chance at becoming a high-ranking officer in the KDF. I served on a starship for a year or so. I hated the life of a common soldier, and it didn't help that I'm more handy with a Hydra spanner than a Batleth. Command helped me get this position. Now I can study, capture technology and weapons, figure out how we can best use them for the good of the Empire. How do you know Command? Command has friends in many places. I first met him when I was a warrior on the IKS Izetbur. I hated serving on a warship, and I hated my sadistic wretch of a commanding officer even more. When Command contacted me, I was suspicious. We all know the rumors about Klingon intelligence, honorless plotters who hide in the shadows and dishonor worthy warriors to suit their plans. I've even heard tales of Klingon intelligence operatives being hidden in ships' crews trying to overthrow their captains. But Kamen wasn't like that. He didn't ask me to spy on my fellow soldiers. In fact, he usually was the one helping me. If Kamen had taken an interest in you, Gez, take advantage of it. He can help do a great deal for you. How can you trust someone from Klingon intelligence? Ha! You sound like my mate. She's always worried that one day I'll be exposed to some sort of spy. Because in the Klingon culture, same-sex relationships aren't really frowned upon, because as long as it's not, especially among lower-ranking people, because it can't bring dishonor to the house. I'm sure that our Klingon intelligence operators out there who are as slippery as a taka eel and scheme like Romulans. The law says they can't be challenged to battle, and that makes me nervous. What recourse do you have if one is working against you? Kamen is different. As far as I know, he's always told me the truth. He acts with honor, and I respect that. Kamen is serving the best interests of the Empires. That's all that matters. I have found evidence of Davidians in the neutral zone. I know, Kamen has been keeping me informed. I have items that might help. It was a prototype weapon that was found on the USS DeWitt. I will need to make some modifications to make it useful against the Davidians, but that's nothing that I can't handle. The weapon is called a synchronic distortion prototype rifle. If my changes work, the weapon's secondary effect may be devastating on phase-shifted Davidians. I'll send the finished weapon to Kamen when I'm done. Fight well, Gietz. The Davidians have no honor, and they think of nothing but their own hunger. You have a mighty battle ahead of you. Captain, we've done what we can for Zamara. We have information we need about the Davidians, and Belair is working on a weapon we can use to defeat them. I suggest we report back to Kamen and see what he has to say. I'm still wary of Klingon intelligence, but Kamen has given us no reason not to trust him yet. Are you ready to leave the station now? Yes, leave the system. We have space for your vessel, Commander. Would you like to dock with the station? Zamara has always had an excessive imagination. Flighty, as humans might say. Still, if she is safe and willing to continue work for the Empire, you have done well. I am more concerned with these ghosts you mentioned. We've already found evidence of Davidians in the neutral zone. They could be at Dorozna Station as well. According to Zamara, no Klingon has already died. One already died, and no more will fall on my watch. Be'elar sent me the weapon that might be of use to you. Use it well.
Congratulations, Commander.
What lies beneath? It is clear that the Davidians are more of a problem than we initially thought. We know they are in the neutral zone. Now we know that they're on Dorozna Station as well. And according to Zamara, have already been deaths there. In addition, she has indicated that the lower levels of the station were trouble spot. Those levels aren't used as part of the club there. They haven't been maintained for years. And the Ferengi are, of course, quite reticent to put effort into any maintenance that isn't absolutely necessary. That means we cannot know what's down there. I want you to take a lift down and find out. I have access to Starfleet records of encounters with Davidians that have indicated they will create nests around temporal portals they use. So keep an eye out for anomalies. If we find a portal, we'll know where and when the Davidians are feeding. Let's see. communication arrays. Do I have enough to buy 20? Yes. Alright. Back to Durazna Station. Durazna, I should say. Not sure how it's supposed to be pronounced. It stops you short of your actual destination, but it does for some reason. Let's see, we'll try her instead. I haven't used her before. I am reading temporal fluctuations and triolic energy in these levels of the station. Staying down here too long could be hazardous. Interference may make it difficult to connect to the ship or use transporters if we need to send additional warriors. This level primarily contains the station's power and EPS conduits. We need to reach the maintenance lift and take that down to the computer core. The box of emergency supplies isn't just lying around. They'll probably bartered with some Nausicaan pirate for it. They recognize these flashlight drones. Hands-free hover system programmed to shift in response to movement. Not the most reliable design though. Let's see, go to menu. Give myself the synchronic destruction rifle. Mechanic. Let's see if I can equip this other and still be able to. Nope, I have to either have the drone or the mine. So I guess I can go with the drone. Set my character up. flashlight. Jackal. Reroute power to shields. Seeker drone. Small pipeline. Trialic waves. There must be Davidians nearby. I expect we will see more as we approach the area with the greatest concentration of Trialic wave energy. Sir, I am picking up some indeterminate readings from behind the door to our left. However, the interference from the Trialic waves is making it hard to get an accurate read on the distance. Scan Ferengi. This Ferengi has suffered from Trialic radiation poisoning. It seems he has been here for a while, sir. Even if the Davidians couldn't use his neural energy, it's still dangerous to be close to their nests. The temporal flux is affecting the transporters. Once we get out here, we'll notify the station to security to deal with the body. Sir, this door's... looks like this door is stuck, sir. We'll have to find another way around. Side maintenance passage may be an alternative route. Or, I can use my engineering training and just force it open. Because I'm cool that way. But I'll still explore the side paths, just because. There are things to be gained. Which is mostly the form of getting these Theron particles. Basically, if you're an engineer, you can just open that door. Everybody else has to actually go around that side passage. I still do the side passage even if I open up the door because I want the Theron particles, which are used for crafting. The prototype rifle. Davidians are definitely getting more aggressive. They could have a lair somewhere in the lower levels. If they do, they'll become increasingly more violent as we approach. We must be ready for battle. The Synchronic rifle should have a significant effect against the Davidians. The proton stream mode will be especially effective while the Davidians are phase shifted. Someone's put an emergency lockout. We'll have to override the lockdown code to access it. That should do it, but I do not understand why someone would lock down the lift in the first place. Sir, we need to be wary. There may be a saboteur at work here. This isn't the core level. It appears that the lift's stuck and we're somewhere on a maintenance level for the environmental controls of waste recycling. We'll need to track down the damaged junctions on the floor and repair or bypass them before we can take the lift to the computer core level. Emergency override of door lock. Read maintenance entry. Log entry. Supplemental. The strange power fluctuations aren't related to the problems with the power subsystems on the upper decks, so I'm looking into the possibility of a feedback damage or system spikes in the environmental system. It could take some time to find the problems and make repairs though, particularly if I need to use replicators to create replacement components. The land is loath to allow use of replicators for anything more than blood wine or vermilion sand peas. This is dirty, uncomfortable, and thoroughly disagreeable work. Naturally, as soon as the job involves mucking around in the recycled atmosphere and waste processing, I get the short straw. Someone out there? Please help me. Voice is coming from the communication console on the wall, Captain. Hello? Is someone there? Who's this? Please, you have to help me. I came down here to check on the atmosphere regulators, and someone shot me. Who shot you? I'm not sure. Didn't get look. He was so fast. Please, if you find a way to open this door, get me out of here. I'm activating the manual override. Try to reach the release lever. Oh, prophets! No, he's back. He's no and dead. Multiple phaser burns and contusions, sir. This woman was murdered. The wounds are still warm. She was just killed a few seconds ago. This room has no other entrances or exits, and the transport disruption would prevent anyone from beaming in and out. Whoever did this is somehow able to sneak through the room and kill this woman without us ever seeing anything suspicious. Log entry supplement. I've upgraded a few of the components on this level, including remote overrides for bleed valves on the environmental controls. The hollow emitters are to expedite further repairs. Security overrides in case of emergency. I'm starting to suspect the low-level radiation I detect on these decks has affected the station's inhabitants. Some of them are showing signs of transient acute schizophrenia and paranoia. I'll have to maintain contact silence for now, so they don't interfere while I'm trying to repair the systems. Once I've corrected the problems causing the radiation leaks, we can deal with the symptoms. Log entry supplemental. My work will take far longer than I originally anticipated. Fortunately, I've engaged a safety interlock on the maintenance lift. No one will come down here without me knowing about it. found several program errors and have purged the afflicted subroutines. The work is much easier now. Soon everything will be under control. What I've got is currently better. What she has is technically better than that right now, so but I can give her a better weapon. Let's give him a better weapon as well. Currently his armor's better. Let's give her a stronger weapon. Her shield needs to be replaced. Ransom prisoner. Sell prisoners to Orion slavers. Okay, time for Relay 4.
I see. Barnacle, Barnacle, what will you do?
Just vanished.
Barnacle, Barnacle, dress all in red. Barnacle, Barnacle, soon you'll be dead.
Yes, because psychotic holograms. A malfunctioning hologram? No wonder. The triolic energy would have degraded his program and caused instability. And the Davidians didn't bother it because it had no neural energy for them to feed on. Sir, it looks like the encryption key for the door might correspond with the subroutine embedded into the hologram's mobile emitter. We should be able to open the door. Mobile emitters are still rare outside of Starfleet and the KDF, Captain. The staff here must have spent quite a lot of latinum to obtain one. If you ask me, Balin might be selling more than drinks and Dabo. It'd be best if someone like Kamen keeps an eye on him. Let's see. Is it better than my current shield? Well, hello, Miss Twin. Had trouble getting in? Ah, so you might have found something that was going wrong with it? That's good. Let's see, yeah, we'll give it to her. Yeah, the only changes I had made to Mom's computer was getting rid of that Weather Channel app because I figured that thing was sucking up a lot of RAM because it had to be constantly updated. That is it. This is it. Blah. We've made it to the computer core level. On the station, the core itself is down a long ramp past some regulator rooms, and we should head there as quickly as possible. How's the sound and everything coming on that end? Another locked door. This one doesn't seem to have any special codes. We should probably be able to open it from a secondary security console just down the hallway. Shield should keep them off me while I do the computer core. Level geometry, damn it! Two exits in this room, both along the same wall. To head to the core, we'll need to take the southernmost wall door on the east wall. On the east wall, follow the hallway, turn left, and go down the ramp. This person is from the 23rd century. The Davidians must be bringing their victims through time. We have to stop them before they're responsible for any other deaths. They could disrupt the timeline. It appears to be a regulator room for the computer core. The Davidians are probably leeching power from the station to keep their gates active. We could use the console to set up a power spike and we could trigger near the computer core, which might disrupt the Davidians and their gate. There you go. You are now a moderator, twin. You has the authoritas. Looks like a field control station for lower level stations. We could set up a field system so that we can activate them in the computer core so that we can counteract Davidian spacing abilities. That would push them out of sync with our universe. Because it's not a science fiction game unless there's giant freaking bugs. Or a fantasy game for that matter. Video games in general like having giant bugs as enemies. I've never actually used those things before, so it was fun to try them out for once. Sir, the Davidian's time portal heads back to the 23rd century. We cannot safely use it, but we need to find a way to destroy it so the Davidians cannot alter history further. Once we get readings on the portal, we should take them back to the Gondola station, or Ganalda station, and the analysis there will be able to make a better reading than we can with our questionable tricorders. Hate when it's hot. I get all itchy. Distortion from the portal is intense here. It's difficult to process all this information. We should at least be able to compensate enough to our transporter to use transferers again. Our scanners do not have the processing power to make sense of this data. We'll need to take it to Ganalda Station for analysis. Profitable. Evaluate Orion Science Officer applicant. Let's go to medical. I just need 10 antigens. Probably come up with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, to Ganalda Station. Yawn. Dock with space station. Analyzing data. Temporal fluctuations based on triolic phase shifting technology. Approximate date of incursion DIS 2093. Federation 2265. Fluctuations tied to presence of entangled triolic generating matter. Source unknown. Rated triolic energy incursion increasing. Portal accessible during resonance peak through application of phased energy discharge, phaser, disruptor, or other energy projector. Excuse me. Now that we know the approximate time of the Davidians' infiltration in the past, I see no other option than to send a team back there and engage them directly. You'll need to make many preparations. Prepare your crew for battle and wait for my signal.
Congratulations, Commander.
Everything old is new. Davidians must have found some way to generate a portal that act at the station so that they can feed on humans in the past. While humans are no friends of ours, a shift in the balance of power in that sector of space could have dramatic drastic repercussions. There's no telling if it would be positive for the Empire or not. We cannot take chances. You must head through the Davidian portal into the past, find out how they are being created, how they're creating temporal fluctuations. Unfortunately, the Federation in the 23rd century will never recognize a Klingon from our time, so you may be able to pass unnoticed. Oh, and just in case, don't kill anyone. We won't want to accidentally change the course of history. Keep your team small, or for similar reasons. Ooh, new duty officers. Yay! More duty! Okay, 6,000 points to spend. We'll put 2 there. Increase our warp core potential. Okay, teleport. Sector space. As I was saying, I'm not sure what I'll do with this day after I complete the story with these characters. But then again, they're always adding new story content every few months, so it shouldn't be too big a deal. Though there may be days where I'm just grinding through missions to get to a level. Here's a nice close look at the Katinga refit. Notice it's got some new weapon ports, it looks like there. A little bit sleeker design than the original. Dock station. Robot. We'll go with her. And so Nausicaan and his Orion lady friends. Just gotta wait for it to reload. Takes like 20 seconds to cool down. Once you put it on your character. We're still at Drozana Station, sir. Just in the past. We must tread lightly, Captain. If we damage the station or cause needless bloodshed, we could alter the timeline irrevocably. Cunning and stealth will be more important than strength here. Set weapons to heavy stun. We're in the computer course. Strange. I wonder why no one's here. We may be too late. Davidians may have already killed everyone on the station. If we can find the right parts, we could cobble together a subspace field emitter and perhaps get an idea of what the Davidians are doing here. But using 23rd century technology will make it much more difficult. The Federation won't develop ways to detect subspace variances that the Davidians use until a century from now. I can make a list of equipment here that we can use to fine-tune Dorosna Station's sensor array. Will probably find a regulator component somewhere near the computer core, induction coil, and the power system level. No wonder there's nobody here. The station is on medical alert. Non-essential personnel have been confined to quarters and the computer core is locked down. Unfortunately, that lockdown works both ways. No one can get in, but we can't get out either. Lucky for us, these old systems have some well-documented problems that shouldn't be too difficult to override the controls. Sir, these old Federation duotonic computers may have a memory fault that makes them susceptible to overloads. An overload can cause it to lose processes, like the ones locking the door to the computer core. This sentry should be able to do tasks that could overload them, but there's an infamous 24th century warp geometry problem that would be insoluble with the processing power available to this computer. If we set up the consoles to divert processing to parts of the problem, we might be able to cause a memory overwrite that would make this computer lose its security lockdown. Switch banks 1 and 2. I should have read all of that. Basically, it was me saying, I'm sick, it might be dangerous. I guess you're right. Just go look at the up to the maintenance lift and get to the emergency medical center as soon as possible and get checked out. There's a doctor up there who's set up a triage center for affected patients. It's the transducer array. Relay, I should say. A Radiant patrol team up ahead. If we're crafty, we'll be able to ambush them. Ah, damn it. Wasn't intending to fight these guys, but okay. Waiting for that one guy to move so I could try to get them locked into a place. Oh fuck it, we're Klingons, we're just gonna take everybody out. Not kill them, just knock them out. Okay, disconnect power. Touch static discharge. Unlock safety gauge, remove computer monitor. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're gonna take them all out. I mean, yeah, technically. Ah, there they are. Now they're aggressive.
Enemy target on sensors.
We should be able to find an induction coil on this level as part of the power system. We'll simply need to rig the subspace inducers to the sensor array, and we should be able to pinpoint the Davidian incursion. Holster weapon. You there! Don't just stand there. Come over here and give me a hand. People are dropping like flies on this station. It's all I can do to keep up. Who are you? Dr. McCoy. Leonard H. But this is no time for introductions. I haven't seen anyone like you here around here before, but this isn't my normal posting. I was supposed to be here on shore leave. Now, lend a hand or get out of the way. What do you need me to do? As far as I can tell, all these people have reported seeing these strange blue flashes of light. Now they're all dying. They're worse than dead. Their brains are gone. Whatever this disease is, it's suppressing brain activity at an alarming rate. It's almost as if the energy between the neurons is being removed somehow. The blue flashes seem to associate with some strange form of radiation, so we've set up a triage center here. That crazy engineer said that the power distribution on the station was heavily shielded. How should I know? I'm a doctor, not an engineer. Blue flashes are still happening anyway. We need some way to replace that neural energy. Jumpstart their brains, huh? Like cold starting a warp engine. I suppose that's one way of looking at it, but the mind is a much more complex and delicate instrument. Maybe that's the key. The brain might be able to restart itself if stimulated correctly. Give it the energy it needs and then a stimulus to make it spread through the nervous system. I'll need to know how much neural energy the survivors have so that we can figure out how much they've lost. We'll need to apply a cortical stimulator at the correct frequency. It's no panacea, but it may save many of the lives here. As much as it might help the engineer for the Empire for the station to fall quickly to disarray, there's no telling how it might change the future events. It seems that we have little choice but to assist the humans, sir, this time. Come on, grab a tricorder and start checking the neural activity on some of these survivors. Take notes of your reading. We're going to have to calculate the difference from a healthy mind and determine the right frequency to stimulate the brain. Normal brain neuron resting potential is -7 millivolts. Once you have some readings, we'll calibrate the cortical stimulator and try to revive some of these people. Scan neural potential. Resting potential reading 60 millivolts. Normal is 70. The interior sodium ion levels are elevated, and the sodium-potassium gates are damaged. Sodium-potassium gates are damaged by forcible ion movement, likely cause sudden change in neural voltage. Predicted results: hallucinations, loss of motor functions, and nervous system damage. Scan neural patterns. Scan neural. She's at 58. Exterior potassium levels elevated. Neurons limited to plus 15 millivolt active potential. Normal human brain active potential is plus 30 millivolts. The exterior sodium. You already read that one. Sodium potassium ions depleted. Some of the neurons incapable of electrical response, likely cause sudden change in neural voltage. Results: fatigue, blurred vision, dulled senses, and loss of autonomic functions. Calibrate. 70, 30. me just save that guy. And I've done the puzzle enough times now since I started playing again that I can just kind of remember it. So this might be a good time to find that induction coil. I wonder why she's still in stealth mode. So yeah, we just want to borrow the induction coil. Nothing big. Okay, subspace. It's working, sir. The emitter is adjusted. Active scanners on the station. What do you make of these readings? Images shows that the station is becoming suffused with triolic radiation. The radiation is coming from Driffin's comet. The comet itself is emitting mass amounts of triolic energy. The Vidians must have realized that it was a natural source of energy, and they're using it as an easy way to shift into sync with us. It's like riding behind the wake of a ship in water. But that's not all they're doing, sir. They're harnessing the triolic energy and infusing it with chronoton particles. With that, they could have enough energy to pull this entire station out of phase, maybe even the entire sector. We have to stop them. The comet is the key, sir, but we can't do anything about the comet without a ship, and I don't think a 23rd century vessel is going to be able to do the job. With this information, it's clear that we have to find some way to destroy Driffin's comet, sir. We can use the auxiliary reactors to sync with subspace emitter so that we are hooked up to the station in order to make a temporary portal to take us back to our time. Once we make it back, we'll have to report in and find a way to bring a ship back with us and destroy the comet. Need some water real quick. Felt like I had to dance. We have another problem. We've absorbed so much triolic radiation at this point that traveling through the gate would cause radiation poisoning. Normally, we just use hydronolin to flush it out, but our medical supplies aren't protected against phase shifting. Our hydronolin supply is probably already irradiated. Not a sort of problem that comes up frequently. We need large doses of hydrogen to collate out the existing triolic radiation to protect us from transition back through the portal. There's one person who can probably get it for us. Something else you need? Actually, I have a friend who took a bit too much triolic radiation. Could use some hydronolin. A friend, eh? With all the radiation flares in the station's experiencing, we're probably going to be a little short of hydronolin ourselves. I could maybe spare a hypo if your friend is getting radiation. Is he or she on the station already? I need double dose to collate out a significant amount of triolic radiation. You never lie. You should never lie to a doctor or your bartender. That much radiation would mean you've experienced something close to the epicenter, like fooling around with trilight waves. You don't need the green blood and pointy ears to know that's a bad idea. But when people on the station really needed it, you came through. I appreciate that. I think I can get a spare few doses. Don't let the station's captain hear about it. Thanks. Look, I'm not sure who you are or where you're from, but I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. Just an old country doctor. But I know better than to ask too many questions about little unexpected help. You probably shouldn't loiter around here too much longer, or people will start asking questions. I'm going to go put these cortical stimulators to good use. And thanks, you've done a lot. You've saved a lot of lives today. Aggressive diplomacy. Whoa, that guy kind of looks like Tio Morrow. What? Did it not count me as having finished it? Son of a bitch! I hate it when that happens. So basically, the game didn't register that I'd completed the mission. For whatever freaking reason. Sorry you guys are gonna have to see this whole part again, but the game fucking glitched on me. Probably because my crew members stupidly attacked the portal. They really shouldn't be able to attack it. I'm sorry. It should be like outside their programming to do. So I'm just going to try to run through this as fast as possible. this happens.
Enemy target on sensors. Shield losing power.
Really? You have to do the process? You can't just do it if you know the thing? So annoying when they do stuff like that. But I think I've just got to set them to only target what I tell them to target. Switch to all the passive mode. Come on. I hate when it does that. Hopefully it doesn't glitch out again. Finally. So the Driftwood Comet is the source of the triolic radiation. Interesting. That explains a great deal. However, we cannot simply destroy it in our time. The Davidians have a means to go back into the 23rd century and harness its energy there. However, there's the only other chance before that. That will be their only other chance before that. There is no Dorozna station, so there's no place that will be close enough to the comet's trajectory to be of use to them. It's only logical the solution is to alter the past, destroy the comet there, save the Empire. As it happens, I have access to a way to transport your ship back to the 23rd century. It's dangerous, but the alternative is much worse. Check for new orders regularly. I will let you know when this operation is ready.
Congratulations, Commander.
We have determined that the Davidians are using triolic energy of the Griffin's Comet to ease their entry into our phase variance. That is the cause of all of the incidents in the neutral zone. But it's worse than that. It's possible that given the amount of triolic and temporal energy in that comet, the Davidians will be able to stabilize the area of space surrounding the comet enough that they'll be able to pull it and everything into their phase variance. They're trying to steal an entire sector. The resulting effects on the surrounding space would be the destruction of Romulus, look like the popping of a party popping of a party favor. The only thing we can do to stop it is to destroy the comet before the Davidians can use it. It's not enough to do it in the present, because the Davidians will still have access to the 23rd century when the comet moves past the Dorozna station. We have to destroy it there. I need to send your ship. You'll need to send your ship this time. You can't use the Davidian portal on the station, but I can help you get back to the past. You'll need to follow my instructions precisely. So freaking hot, man. Sector space. Looks like it's better than my weapon right now. So, Twin, are you enjoying your authority? Incoming hail. Do you want me to put it on the main viewer? On screen. You should feel privileged, Gats. Very few people ever get to see the system. The Klingon intelligence has gone to a lot of trouble to keep it off the navigational charts. This star is ideal for what starship pilots call a slingshot. You may not have heard of maneuver because my organization has been working for decades to keep all knowledge of time travel technology secret. It's simply too much temptation to meddle in the past. It's better for the Empire if the believe that time travel is the stuff of hollow novels and Starfleet boasts. Your best chance of getting back to the point in time where you need to be is to use the star's gravity to accelerate your ship to such a high speed that you're able to access the time continuum. I've taken the liberty of having light speed breakaway calculations added to your ship. You will need to hit a series of points to move around the star. After you make your approach, you should see a navigational beacon. Aim for it, and you will be on the correct trajectory. It's a tricky maneuver, Gads. If you don't hit each point in the correct order, it won't work. I hope your helm officer is up to the task. One more thing, however. Before you start, I have added a holometer to your vessel. It will appear to be a D7 loyal to the House of Duras, with all the appropriate access codes to the time period. I would have acquired an actual D7 for you, but you need your ship's modern fighter power and shields to complete your mission. Don't alter the timeline any more than you have to. Destroy the comet, stop the Davidians. Other than that, try to stay out of trouble. I'm risking a great deal allowing you to undertake a mission without Klingon intelligence operated on your bridge. Do not abuse my trust. Good luck and good hunting. We're ready to engage the emitter and start our run around the star at your command. Based on the decay elements of this system, we've arrived at approximately 150 years in the past. Incoming hails from a Federation starship, Constitution class, identifying itself as the Reuben James. Putting it on screen now. Attention, unidentified ship. This is Commodore Jacob Ross in command of the USS Reuben James. We have been searching for a Klingon vessel reported to have attacked a colony in the Galice system. You fit the description of the ship we're looking for. Unless you can prove you're not, we will take immediate action. Captain, the Reuben James is closed at channel and weapons are charging. I'd rather destroy this troublesome human in his ship, but Command warned us not to damage timeline. However, he cannot be allowed to stop us from completing our